Hey guys, hope you're all good. I haven't done a video for I don't know, a few days, and I've been promising more than one of you a little bit of a run through on some Assa pins, and it's every time I do a video, it's possibly the most sort of questions and comments I get about them are about Assas. So I just thought I'd have a little bit of a run through of a lock. I've got this euro. It's a half euro. Or it's a double euro that's been cut in half. So there's the bit in. So yeah, pretty extreme key on that. Yeah, it's a stock lock, which is what I want to really go through. I have been hoping that I'd get this one done, as this is sort of more akin to some of the questions I've had lately. But these are full of the new style Assa pins, and it's a tricky lock. So, and as I'm still struggling with the pinning of this one, I thought I'd get a video done at least about this. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start at the back with a little bit of tension on this. Now, Assa's change from lock to lock, unfortunately, so sometimes you're going to need tension and sometimes you're not. It's a little bit of a feel through and try and understand what's doing what sort of scenario with it. I'm going to use a 15 thousandths gem. When you run through with a fair bit of tension on at the start, you can actually feel the profile of the key, how it would be, so the pinning. You're almost straight away, you have the knowledge that a couple are low, a couple are high, and what to really sort of do around that. Now, every move that you make has got to be tiny and calculated, and I cannot stress this enough. Make sure that your pick is on the pins, because these are like stainless steel pins, I believe, in here, as are most stock Assas, and they're extremely tricky to keep your pick on, and they're like that for a reason. And they're very slippy and they fall down, so you just make sure you're on the pins right. So take your time and be very careful and think about what you're about to do. So each move that I'm about to make, hopefully to get it open, will be sort of very small, and it's a bit of a pin nibbling exercise. Okay, so here we go. So the tension on to the back, so I can't even get the pick through because there's a couple of low ones. And then feel through, and if you hear any little clicks, then that's probably set it anyway. So, okay. Well, I can feel there that 2 is very high. Yeah, and 3 is high. There we go. I've got a click on that one, so that's 3 set, I would say. A little click there on 1. These are only tiny little clicks. I don't know if you can hear it. There, a little click on 5. So I'm just touching it. I've still actually got the full tension on. I haven't removed any at the moment, which obviously we have to do before too much longer. On this particular lock, obviously it changes from lock to lock, and you've got to remember which pin is giving you the little clicks. Okay, so I've got a little click there on 2. Okay, so I might have come to the end of with that. There we are. I've just touched pin 1 and I've got a little turn on the core. Okay, so it's I haven't, you may think, haven't actually set anything, but these slippery stainless steel pins work both ways. There's slippy going up and there's slippy coming down, so don't overset, and I'll show you an overset in a minute. Okay, so I've still got the tension on, I still haven't removed that, although I believe I will have to now very shortly. Okay, so a little bit of tension off now. I haven't set pin 4 at all, I don't believe, so everything else though is pretty good. So I'm just looking for little tiny clicks, which is the end of the Assa pin. So you don't need any big grand movements with this. You do a bit more with the 600 because there's such a distance between the bottom of the keyway, there you are, a little bit on pin 5, bottom of the keyway and the actual pins, and I think that's by design too, and they're even harder to get your pick on the end of successfully. So orienting yourself to the lock, especially an Assa lock that you're trying to pick, is you know, a definite must. I can't say enough for actually doing that, and getting on the pins correctly, and trying to visualize what's going on inside the lock is what I do. I'm successful sometimes, I'm not others, but I just thought maybe if I shared a couple of things, someone might find it helpful, and may help you defeat some of these tricky Assa pins. Okay, it's a little bit there on 2. Hopefully I haven't got anything overset. Okay, a little bit on 5 again. So no big pushes. Just a little bounce on the bottom of the pins, and you're only looking for little tiny clicks at a time. Obviously this is a tricky lock. I'm not I didn't get an easy Assa to show you this. I wanted to show you you know, one with a serious key on it. Okay, I don't know if anyone heard that. It was a bit of a slip off the pin, but those sorts of noises are bad noises, basically. It sounded a bit like an overset. And maybe when you get your pick on part of the pin, okay, there we go. It was 5 actually. When you get your pick on the bottom of the pin, sometimes give it a little move around, a little wiggle, you know, not just an upward motion. Try and touch them coming through without pushing. It's, you know, it's very important just to take it very easily, and little one click at a time jobs. Right, let me get this out of the way. And I will just show you the inside. Yeah, sorry, I mean that took a while to do, but it's, you know, it is a tricky Assa. Okay, so it's a flex core, this is, so we do have the nail. Which is there, so that is the guide nail. So the bottoms are all standards, but yeah, they are it's a standard lock, so there's no crazy bottom pins. I don't think the crazy bottom pins actually, when you put your own pins in, I think it actually makes it easier. Yeah, I think a stock Assa is about as difficult as it gets, personally. And you've got very strong springs, that's the other thing. You've got to try and defeat them. If I just leave that there. Okay, so here are the pins. I'll just take a little bit of focus off this. Sorry, zoom. So yeah, they're a bit wonky around down the bottom there, but that's where they are. And then obviously we have the various sized pins at the top. And I hope you can see inside the core that that was probably why I was getting hung up with the tension that I was using. So I didn't do this. That threading was done by Assa. Come on, focus, babe. There we go, babe. Focus up, baby. There we are. I just really now quickly, I'm going to use the other half. So what I want to sort of give you is an idea of not good sounds, okay? So let me just put a little bit of zoom back on. Okay, so I'm thinking about an Assa driver. You've got to sort of, if you've got this trapped in between the plug, you know, in the shear line between the Bible and the plug, you might get a little click which drops you into this bottom spool bit, and then you've got to get over this little lip here. So visualizing everything about what's going on, that's very important with these. And here's a few noises to try and avoid, and it'll sort of give you an idea as well, because there'll be feedback with it. But if I do the usual start, so I put a bit of tension and I find, there we are, so I know that 3 and 2 are very high. So I've got the profile of the key now. The most important thing is to actually convert that. And if you watch the tension and listen to the clicks, yeah, that didn't work, sorry. So yeah, that sort of noise and a little bit of feedback and counter rotation. So I've pretty much done all 5 there, and I can guarantee you I've overset at least 3 of them doing that. So that is an overset as well, and it sounds like they're setting. It actually sounds like other pins that set, you know, on different locks. So they're so well engineered, and I don't know if Assa are just, you know, playing with us and giving us entertainment and fun to try and work these things out. But yeah, big grand counter rotation as you just may have seen then, that's a no-no. It's not about that. It's about little nibbles. Yeah, hopefully well, this isn't actually working out very well, but hopefully you get what I mean by it, and that was a little helpful for at least one of you. If you've got any questions though, give us a shout, because I love talking about Assas and I love picking Assas, and you know, they're great locks, and I'll do what I can to answer any questions. Thanks ever so much, everyone, and yeah, I'll catch you all very soon. Be good.